H-Town, what's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. Chop Shop, the nation's number one urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter alongside Jim Hicks, coming to you live from Houston, Texas, but we're broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And today, it's Tuesday. Great, ooh, it's a great day. I got so much stuff. There's a lot of stuff I didn't get to yesterday because Jimmy came in a little bit yesterday, so I didn't get a little bit earlier yesterday, so I didn't get. So I'm gonna try to get all I can out of y'all, because I hate to just have a day that we just only talk about sports. You know what I'm saying? I always have to get some in there because, like I said, nobody, not one person, texted me yesterday, emailed me yesterday, and said, Man, I got that, I got that, I got that." See, y'all, and it kind of pains me. It pains me a little bit, Brandon Weefall, because it ain't no use to us doing this to sit up here and talk about some little high school ass basketball players all the time. To me, maybe to y'all, like I was trying to get clarity yesterday, because sometimes, see, y'all, I have to stop you because people talk when you be talking. I want to address that situation right there. And somebody had a narrative telling me, we can't listen. Brandon Weefall. Brandon Weefall, we got people that on this show, that come on this show. Hey, everybody that watch this show don't love this show. They want to see what y'all saying. I'm just telling you. And I know it. And I know who they are. But you know, I just talk. Yes, rest in peace, Chicago Bull, Bob Love, Bob Butterbean Love. Great, great man. Grew up with a speech impediment, had it all the way into his older years, and I think he was out in what city he was in. Somebody gave him was sent him to get speech lessons and helped him out a whole lot, man. Some people just, we have great people in people's lives sometimes. But shout out to everybody. I see you, D Holcomb. I see you, Eric Boone. I see you, Jeremy Davis, Dad Moody, Brandon Wheatfall. Share the show. Brian Boatwright. Brian Boatwright. Brian Boatwright. I wish I can just take you inside of my mind sometime, Brian Boatwright, because it's just, boy, when you got to sit up here and you have to do this stuff every day, and it's people watching the show that really, really, really just they really some haters, but they want to watch what you're doing so they can go tell everybody, and they don't know I know. I had to give me some tea today, y'all. Seattle, yeah, up in Seattle. I forgot who is the guy who helped him. That is Moody, but yesterday I'm gonna hit on it a little bit, but yesterday, you know, y'all got to understand, and this real talk. When you're a father in this basketball community, and over the years your son has had some success. Now, some of you guys were some rotten ass dudes, and then now your sons have came up, and people remember how rotten you were to other people's kids, right? That's why it's always just, what's wrong with being nice? You would have been nice a long time ago. People would have been. Y'all got to understand, karma is is a bad word. And I just thought about yesterday, man. People coming over here talking about kids and talking about kids, and I had to explain to some, and I want to. I hope y'all got the end of yesterday's show. I think toward the end of the show, it's a great part of the show, because I was just explaining to you, because people coming on here talking negative about a team, and what I did. I am in a unique position. I don't need nobody to tell me how good no basketball player is. And I be trying to give y'all pointers and give y'all insight on how to look at the game, so you don't need nobody. Now they can tell you who's this, who, but y'all, I don't have to. I can walk in a gym and I know who the best basketball player. And I know it's two, and now I see it's three good players on this team out in Katy, and I just didn't see how they were losing. But everybody want to complain about this here and this here and this here. The coach ain't the coach is the coach son playing daddy ball. I said, I don't care how much daddy ball being played. Coach, they said I was playing daddy ball and I wasn't even the coach. Me and the coach ain't never been to dinner, lunch, nothing together. Ever. Ever, ever. All I did was have a kid prepared for this coach can have the winningest stretch he ever had in his life. That's the best gift you can give a high school coach or any coach. That your son be prepared when he get to school. All coach got to do is plug and play, because he don't have much time to develop him in high school. So Sterling Creeks, and who else? Who did anybody go to that game last night? They sent me all the information. Sterling Creeks, them kids I was telling you about, both of them had 30 apiece. Then the other kid came in, he had 13, but I didn't know that dude can jump. That dude can down there look in the rim. So they got two guys can give you 30 every night, anytime they want to. Now they ain't guarding nobody now. Now that's what I saw, and I hope they watching today. Y'all ain't guarding nobody, but we're gonna talk about it a little bit later, because I know if Jimmy come on, he'll bring it up. If he don't, I'm gonna bring it back. But y'all, I saw something that I ain't never seen before. But we coming back to that. I saw something I ain't never seen before. Tom Herman used to coach for U of H, right? He got fired from Florida Atlantic. That ain't no big thing, because coaches get fired. But early this year, he fired his offensive coordinator or defense coordinator, one of them two. He fired them early in the season. Do you know when they fired him, the head coach, they brought back the dude he fired? Bethany, what's your name? Because I saw you said some slick stuff yesterday. What's your real name? Because I don't know, that Bethany ain't going to get it. Give me your real name. If you on here commenting, I want to know who you are. So I want to know who you are. Casey Small, what up? I saw some of your slick comments yesterday. I want to know who you are so I can address you. You know who I am, so let me know who you are. But they played against Humble. No, they played against South Houston, who people talking about was gonna win their division. Then they find out they had moved to a new division and a new district, and say, oh, they played South Houston. Great coach Frank Watson. Them boys I was talking about open up a can of whoopers on them yesterday. I keep trying to tell people, I don't listen. I might look at the game different from Bethany, Sterling Creeks. I didn't say I look at the game better. I look at the game different. Big coach, I told you that. I look at the game different. That's why me and Jimmy look at the game different. I don't look at it the way he look at it. We got two different lenses. But Aaron Wilford said there's a photo floating around that FAU has a buyout clause where they demote them first and fire them later. Have you ever seen contract clause? Like, man, it can be a contract. It can be a clause. Man, all it is writing. Aaron Wilford, you can put anything in a contract, man. If both of y'all agree to it, I can go and scream. I can put in a contract. I get to knock your. I get to do anything I want to your wife, anytime I want to. We can put that in a contract. And if both of us sign it, I get to do that. Whether I can enforce it or not is different. You can put anything in a contract, man. And contracts are made to be broken. That's right. Me, personally, I'd rather have your word and your handshake and your word. Because you can break both of them. But it's different when you look me in my eye and you break my word. I'd rather have your word, Jay Jackson. I really rather, but I don't understand this. Y'all, this ain't never happened. Maybe it's happened to y'all. Y'all probably know something. I'm the head coach. I fire Alfio Yovezi. He my offense coordinator. I fire him. Later on in the same season, the administration fired me. But they brought back the dude I fired. I ain't never heard of that, Jay. And y'all ain't saying nothing about it, so I'm gonna keep on. The Pacers and the Pistons brawl, aka the Malice in the Palace, took place 20 years ago today. NBA suspended 9 players for a total of, 146 games. Who remember the Malice in the Palace? Ron Artest, Stevie Jackson, Jermaine O'Neal. All of them dudes was in that mess. I never forget it. I never, ever forget it. But also tonight, this is the NBA version of the irresistible force against the immovable object. Y'all done heard that. Irresistible force against the immovable, object. The undefeated Cleveland Cavaliers plays the second place Boston Celtics. Let me go look at them. Hold up, y'all. Let me go over here to my thing. I got to look at this, man. Between those two people, between those two teams, y'all, there's not many losses between them. And they play tonight. There's not that many losses between, but 3 losses. They are combined, 26-3. And they play tonight. Y'all know it's getting closer and closer and closer. We 5 games away from talking about NBA extensively. Because usually at the 20 game mark, we get a picture of what's kind of can go on. And damn, I just looked something up. They said, hold up, y'all. Hold up. I didn't want to go here, but I just saw it. They said Maxey challenged Joel Embiid for being late all the damn time. Be on time, man, the team activities with your big lazy ass. Wow. You're late for everything. I told y'all I didn't like Embiid. I didn't want him on Team USA. People didn't understand what I was talking about when I was talking about. They was, well, he gonna play. I said, yeah. So he did all of that and played in the Olympics and can't play for the team. You don't get paid to play in the Olympics, but you can't play for the team that pays you. Maxie said, man, it impacts the locker room bad, man. This a youngster telling this old ass dude, your lazy ass. It impacts the locker room, from the players to the coaching staff. That's, y'all, if anybody know anything about me, I can't stand to be late, Sterling Creeks. And I don't like people who just be late. Can't do nothing about it because they're grown. But I put myself in a position I don't need their ass to be there on time. Celtics gonna win tonight? Okay. Okay. I got you. Tyrese love the big fella, they say. But there's a big elephant in the room, man. Thank you, Tyrese Maxey. Uh, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me get back. Let me get back. Let me get back on task. Because I had some other stuff I want to share with y'all. Then we'll get back to all that. I talked about Bob Love. But y'all know what? And Jerry Harris, I apologize to everybody. Because I said y'all don't go support high school basketball. Y'all don't go support college basketball. Y'all don't go support that. Uh, but I apologize to y'all. Because maybe if these teams or these players were special, ain't nothing special about them. Y'all, I'm just thinking now. I'm thinking. I talked about y'all, and I said y'all don't support people. I was watching the special last night of Cam Thomas, the dude that ain't passed the ball yet. That played for the New Jersey Net, played New Jersey Brooklyn Nets, and he played at LSU. I didn't realize he's from Chesapeake, the Virginia area. Great area up there too, part of the country, because I love naval ships and I love all that kind of stuff. So, um, but something unique. His junior high school games were packed because the people wanted to go and say, "Who is this little sixth grader killing everybody? Seventh grader killing everybody, shooting that thing like that? He's special." Our problem is we ain't seen nothing special. Y'all don't have nothing special. What's special? Think about it. I told y'all, there's three guys would get me. Let me see who those guys were. John Morant, Stephen Curry. But let's use a young one. Stephen Curry will get me out wherever I'm at. I'll stop to go see him. But ain't too many people I'm gonna go stop and see. They're special to me. Colorado, Buffaloes, a day on TV. I stop everything they're doing. It's special to me. Memphis basketball, I stop everything I do because it's special to me. But Sterling Creeks, Jerry Harris. Listen to me, Jerry. It ain't nothing special to go watch. Because it was special. I'll never forget. Fox hit them 50 points. It wasn't packed. But I got my ass up there the next game to go watch him play when he was in high school. Just maybe, like I keep saying, our guys got to get. And now you can work and work and work and work and work your ass off, and you see it might not never be special. Special is just God given. But it's like seeing something that you might not see no more. Y'all follow me? Anybody understand what I'm saying? Anybody? Anybody? You gonna take our work for special. I understand, y'all. Cause tonight, people gonna clear. Bryce Griggs. Absolutely. Thank you, Jock. Thank you. Thank you, Jock. Great Bryce Griggs. Full house. We ain't had nothing like that since. Boy, that's a great example. I'll wait. Nobody like that since. You know a kid named RL. Would you get out the bed to go watch it? Would you stop what you're doing to go watch? We'll see. If he that good, we're gonna figure it out. We don't have to talk about. We don't wait. We don't care about that. We don't care about. We'll see. We'll see. 48 on a varsity team. By the way, on the varsity team, he had 50 on the varsity team, not no 8th grade team. But I'm just sitting there watching, man. I'm watching Cam Thomas. I got to tell you a little bit about that story. I found it unique. He said, always go back home to get that work in. His whole crew is black. He said he'd go back and work out with them because that's where he got started. That's how he got good. They the one helped him to get him where he is. He didn't stop working out with the people that he used to work out, then go get one of these little white guys with all these crazy ass drills and put it on YouTube and on Instagram. It's middle school. See, yeah, I just want to. I'm finished. I looked at the story. Go, just Google. You can go on YouTube. What's up, Ray? His middle school coach was black. Y'all watch this. Watch this, because I've been telling y'all a long time ago. I said it's a white man's business and a black man's game. Watch this. Middle school coach was black. Gym packed. High school coach was black. Then he go to college and play for Will Wade at LSU and give Will Wade some raises. Let me let y'all suck that in a bit. That is Moody. Big coach. It's middle school coach black. High school coach black. He chose to go to college and help Will Wade get rich. Jerry, we don't understand what we're doing. It's like a conveyor belt. We on this end like a assembly line. We on this end building all the parts and building everything in the car. And then we at the end, we let somebody else go set it and get the money off the car. We just get us some little crumbs on here. He gets all the money. And I know a lot of y'all don't like to hear me talk like that, because some of them kind of Negroes, and I understand that. But I'm talking to the other people that need to hear this. Boone, is you still there? Talk to me, Ray. Terrence Lockett, talk to me. I love when I go try to represent a new client. First thing they want to do, where you go? Where we gonna work out at? Where you gonna send me to work out at? And the first thing I said, you about to go in the NBA or NFL draft. What got you this good for me to be in your living room? That's where your ass need to go back to, not to somewhere you got to pay somebody $25,000 for a few weeks. They can't change your game that damn quick in 2 months, a month and a half before the combine. It's the biggest, stupidest stuff I've ever heard of in my life, because I've seen it and I studied it. I'm not telling you what I hear it. It's something that I've studied, Jerry Harris. Let's say Jerry Harris, Terrence Lockett, your son get out, a top NFL player, first round player. How he got there and how he got to be this good, right? He want to go away from that to go out in Phoenix and train, have a vacation, and train out there for 2 months. That's why half of them come back to the combine and be slow as hell. But they want to do that because everybody else is doing it. We got players that's from this city going and announcing where they going to college on a white platform and got their own black platform that they look at every damn day. Or any other platform in Houston that's been covering them. And then get mad when the Houston people don't say nothing about it. And the Houston people the one covered him when he couldn't play. Curtis George, I'm telling you, Curtis George, I studied it. It's not nothing I'm playing with. How in the hell Kenneth Gamble got a player that I've been talking about since and I was the first person to really talk about him extensive on this show. When the kid get famous and go and get ready to go to college, he go get 24/7, 247, all them up to announce him instead of his own platform like Melo and his folks did. Terrence Strozer, I just don't understand our people. They always want to be like other people. No. Watching this kid, Cam Thomas, and I'm going to tell you the truth. And I'm going to tell you why I'm talking about him right now. Because I formed an opinion about him when he was in the summer league in Vegas. I'm sitting right next to his sister, I guess her boyfriend, and his niece. His sister and the boyfriend, it was loud and belligerent, talking crazy to people in the stands when they wasn't putting Cam in the game. I take him out the game. And he come out bench pouting and pouting. Ladies and gentlemen, I formed that opinion by happening to be there right there. Did nobody tell me this happened? I said, damn, I got up and walked, I got up and left and sat somewhere else because they was too belligerent. But then her mom, then I see the story. Her mom, just like that, they've been doing it for years. Even Lala said, don't mess with my baby. Lala and Melo done got put out of gyms. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I got too much to lose from. I'm not going to let them people think they getting on my nerves that much. And I know they make, y'all got to understand they used to mess with my son all the time. I didn't sit with nobody when I'm at the game. So I know how they felt. I wanted to cuss them out. Don't listen. I wanted to cuss them out. Terrence, I wanted to. But I sit back and just, I'm watching Cam Thomas. I'm sitting there watching his folks. I formed an opinion. I didn't like him no more. Until I saw his documentary last night and I fell in love with him. Yo, I can sit and smile and grin in your face and thank you, you cool. And I know you definitely I'm smarter than y'all think I am. I'm telling y'all, there's people that watch this show. And sometimes they'll be incognito and come to the golf course and tell me everything that's been said on my show. I say, God damn. I said, how you know all of that? I ain't see your name up there once. People just come on here just so they can listen, so they can be a hater and tell everybody else that nigga was on that show. That's how they talk. I know how they talk. Average week. But Chad, I'm thinking about Cam Thomas. I'm sitting in the stands, summer league, sister, brother-in-law, arguing with people in the stand. Cam pouting, coming out the game. It's the summer league. He don't want to come out. Shot every damn thing he touched. Chad. And that's the opinion. First time I ever met him, that's the opinion that I formed of him. But when I saw his documentary from Chesapeake, I didn't know he was from Virginia. I thought they was they from Chesapeake, Virginia. They homeowners. They live in a neighborhood with a cul-de-sac and a goal in the front yard. I couldn't tell. Y'all feeling me? But I sit there and watched him, Eric Ridgway, Chad Ware, because you did a lot of stuff in summer basketball, high school space. Middle school, the coach was white, black. High school, the coach was black. Hmm. Mr. RJ. Mr. RJ. Saturday. Mr. R. I don't know what you're talking about. Somebody just text me. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know that name. I don't know him by that name. But let me keep going. Black coach in middle school. Gym packed because it's a dude. Everybody out there, I'm going to repeat again because some of y'all just getting on the show. I am not condemning you for not coming to a high school game no more. Because I done figured out y'all just ain't got nobody y'all want to go see. Then somebody brought up Bryce Griggs. You couldn't get in the damn building. I come up there and people standing outside. Stand outside. And mad at me because y'all know I just walk right past all of them. I understand. I sit there and told y'all about, I don't understand how this team is losing and y'all act like y'all crazy. Y'all try to give me a whole lot of excuses. I said, I don't care what y'all say. I've seen Jamal Crayshand play. I've seen Christian Gibson play. Haven't seen Tasman, but I done fell in love with him. He got some damn jets in the bottom of his foot. No way these teams should be beating them. But now they can't play no defense now. That's what I got to tell them. Anybody know them? Because I know somebody told them that I was talking about on the show yesterday. Because guess what? Both of them dudes had 30. I never seen the line outside for Fox. I just didn't see it. I never seen it. I went to see Fox play, but I never seen the line like Bryce Griggs. Never. I ain't seen it. Only time I saw that, last time I saw that in Houston, because I didn't see TJ and them play, when Gibson and McClellan, I think, played. And hold up, and one more time. Gerald Green played against somebody at a gym, and they had to sneak me through the back. But those guys had something that we want to see. And now I understand why y'all just probably ain't got nobody that make you want to see. But this Cam, I'm talking about this Cam Thomas guy, a quiet guy. His mom, the coach, told him when he was young, because the mom always overbearing, always got something to say. He said, "Look here, you got to let him figure it out for himself. In other words, set your ass down, mama. You always trying to correct it. Well, I know, Bob. I know about sports also. He don't need to hear your voice right now. He hear your voice at home. Well, I just know much as y'all. Listen, Mama told me one time. Bless her heart, I love her. She said, "Y'all be more easy on the men, not me. Daddies, let him go." Chad, Legacy School of Sports and Science students, y'all need to listen to this. He got to figure it out for himself, Mama. Sit down. Daddy, sit down. Let him fail. Let him get scratched up. Let him get knocked down. Then, because I was wondering, this dude don't like to pass the ball. First of all, he's alone. He's quiet. He grew up playing everybody one-on-one. So that's why he always liked to play and go one-on-one. That's what he was groomed to do. They say he'll be in gym till everybody fall out playing one-on-one. Everybody, he stop, man, play one-on-one, play one-on-one, play one-on-one, play. He want to play everybody in the gym one-on-one when he was younger. Then I saw his trainer, and he said when he working him out, he said, "Man, machines don't get tired. You're a scoring machine. Machines don't get tired." Then his trainer said, brother said, "Cam is not a leaf. He's not no branch. He's a root. When the hurricane comes, when the criticism comes, when the hating comes, when I have a bad game comes, the root is still there. That's why you put in the work." Oh, that man hit me with that. I had to write that down because I didn't want to forget it. They had a full house at his middle school games. It was, who is this sixth grader playing, killing all these middle schoolers? And he helped me out a little bit. Because sometimes I can be in spaces, even on this show, because I've studied so much, because I know certain things, some people don't like that, right? They expect me to dumb myself down to them instead of trying to raise them up. It's a lot of people like that. Don't do it. I'm going to keep raising the level of me because I'm going somewhere that you don't have no idea where I'm going and the things that I'm doing because you don't know. They got to come up to you. I didn't even realize the young kid played in the Boo Williams summer program. I did not know. Let me tell you why Boo Williams is so prominent. Got a big old building said Boo Williams up in Virginia. J.R. Reed came out of this program. Lonzo Mourning. J.J. Redick came out of Boo Williams. Allen Iverson, Joe Smith. Love Joe Smith. God, that's one guy that got away. I should have represented. Love Joe Smith. They had back-to-back number one picks that came out of that gym. He had 18 lottery picks, Boo Williams. 25 first rounders. That's why they talk about Boo. That's why Nike reverence Boo Williams. We ain't got no program to come close to that. But this young man, Cam, I understand you now, young man. I saw you pouting when you're coming out the game. Because that's the stuff that I look for. I look for stuff everywhere. I can go watch the game on TV. When I'm live, I want to watch how you interact with people. When you come out of the game, do you go sit at the end of the bench or do you go sit up close so you can be involved in the decision-making process and listen to what the coaches say? I watch that. College coaches watch that. People who watch the games for college coaches watch that. Hold up, y'all. Let me put this up here for y'all. Hold up. I want y'all to know. Hold up. I want y'all to know that was something y'all needed to hear. Watch this. The clear calendar for the night Uh, Tanae Fears Broomfield, whatever that means. I don't know what that means, Jay Jackson. Jay Jackson, uh, you probably didn't get the memo. It's comments from everybody is tabulated into one space and just goes up and down for me on here. This ain't no regular live. This is a software that integrates all the comments from just helping you, all the comments from any platform we own and put them all there. And you just came on here and said, Tanae Fears Broomfield. What does that mean? Why? Could you give us some context? And just in case y'all don't know what I'm talking about, we don't know what he talking about. So help us out. Help us out a little bit. All of us ain't just as smart as you. We don't know who that is. So let us know who that is, boss. But let me get back. Tonight, clear your calendar. Donovan Mitchell and the 15 and O Cavaliers visits Jason Tatum. I want to see that game. That game got some special implications. Lakeisha, I even thinking about. I'll tell y'all, come see the TSU play. Then maybe y'all should have said, well, then somebody need to be special on the team. We got a little kid that I want y'all to see this year though. I can't wait till y'all see him. The Texans beat the Cowboys last night. Shout out to Mindy. Mindy and her husband went to the game. He loves the Cowboys. She loved the Texans, and he took her up there to get that. And he took her up there to get that whooping. That for bad thing. Y'all, let me tell you something. And y'all notice I don't bash on the Cowboys. I just don't do that. It ain't no fun no more. But I saw something. And Monday Night Countdown, they start opening up the roof so the roof can be open. And debris started falling from the roof. Big old long it's metal thing that could have killed somebody. And Ryan Clark said, the bottom that already fell in Dallas. The top might as well fall in too. But y'all, speaking of Ryan Clark, y'all got to help me. Y'all got to help me. Where my people at? I'm gonna let y'all talk about it first, cause I know y'all be waiting on me to talk about it, but y'all, I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna put it on the screen. I'm gonna put it on the screen. I'm gonna put it on the screen. Look at that. Can y'all see that? Look, son, look, y'all see that? Y'all see this outfit? Ryan Clark got on. Hold on, I got a better view. Let me turn it around a little bit for you. Man, I know your wife ain't let you or take that on no damn trip. What the hell is he doing? I ain't want y'all to know how I felt about it. I'm sorry. I can't hide my emotions. Hold up. Let me stop there. Hold up. Let me get out of that. Let me get out of that. There's another one. See, I'm gonna tell him if I ever see him, player, that shit terrible. Jean-Claude, man, I'm just. See, this when he started it, and then everybody stepped. Y'all, what the problem is, y'all start commenting on that crazy ass stuff. Gray and a pink. Hold up, I got some more. It don't make a statement. It make a statement. He looked like a yes, it does. It does make a statement. You're absolutely right. It does make a statement. He dressed like a damn fool. Show do. Dressed like Bozo the Clown. Yes, it does. Absolutely. I agree. I totally agree. I totally agree. It does make a statement. Man, the man looked like the man looked like the Joker. The man that went to watch Batman and the Joker too many times. He looked like, they say he looked like he should be flipping a coin to determine Batman's fate. Shaniqua. I ain't hating on him, Shaniqua. I promise you I'm not hating on him. I like him. See, this what y'all always in people pockets. Now, one time, and I'm worried about how much money he make. That Moody, it don't matter how much money you make. I know some dudes ain't got no lot of money dressed better than that. So it ain't got nothing to do with how much money you make. Class, you can't buy class. Okay, how much money you? I done been in some houses bigger than a building, and I walk in there and say, who decorated this ugly ass in this house? But it's expensive, Robert. Expensive can be ugly. Y'all got to be at y'all mind. Well, it's so-and-so's house. I'm bringing y'all into my life a little too much. Oh no, he from Louisiana. He from New Orleans. And I'm not. I like the dude, man. But somebody told him, man, you gonna be killing somebody. Listen, his wife, his girl, his mistress, somebody done told him that look good. And then he got that big old excuse me. He got this big old pendant on. I can't stand this on men. Maybe it's just me, y'all. I'm sorry. Let me find that pendant for y'all. Chris Walker wear a big old Dior, that pendant right there let me make it bigger so y'all can see. I can't stand it. A big old RC, Ron Clark, a big ass pendant on there. Chris Walker I said, why you a label whore? Why you got to have a label on you? I wish I could take this off, but y'all can't see what I got on. Somebody that told him, Shaniqua. Y'all know it. When these dudes had either ugly, crazy ass apple, one of my partners, I never forget, me and him vowed. We vowed. Y'all, I am one of the a few people, especially guys, friends of mine. I don't have an earring, a tattoo on my body. First of all, I don't like needles. I'm not finna just go pay nobody all that money to stick me. Y'all gotta be out y'all mind. But my partner went on a cruise with a girl. When I didn't go on him with him, me and you used to go some. Went on a cruise with this girl he met. He come back, he got earring. He got earrings. Yeah, man, she wanted me to. Telling y'all, me and him made a pact. Oh, that is moody. My tailor will have his ass right. Stephen A. Smith got some nice stuff now. Sometimes he'll get, but he ain't doing that. Somebody ain't telling him right. But I'm just showing you the influence of the people who say you look this sort of way. You look this way. I never get a girl gonna tell me one time, she told me to wear a beard. I like you in a beard. Do y'all see a beard? You like it so good, you grow it. That's a little harsh. Stop, Robert. Yeah, I'm on one today, Shanique. I'm on one today. I'm on one today. I'm on one. Let me keep going because I got so much to give y'all. I got so much to give y'all. Let me see. Um, it was talking to me. People said ESPN would be the exclusive home to the iconic inside the NBA starting in next year, not this year, next year. Because they bought TNT got outbidded for Turner got outbidded for the broadcast rights. So ESPN gonna keep that. And but I never forget y'all. I never forget this. I want to see if Charles Barkley and Shaq and Kenny and EJ gonna stand on business. Cause this what they said. Hold on. Watch this, y'all.
Curry with 21, Durant 39.
Why don't you go to ESPN and then I can not talk to you?
You're not gonna work me like a dog and not play me. Four straight wins for Golden State.
Why would you go to ESPN? Why would you go to ESPN?
You're not gonna work me like a dog and not play me. I'm just saying. Things that happen on this show.
ESPN 1, 2, 3, ESPN News, ESPN You, ESPN Radio, and then come up with that little puny
Nothing.
And you wake up,
I'm telling you, nothing good happens after 1:15 in the morning.
ESPN Report, they have your ESPN report, they say, move me in, go.
They talking all that stuff, right? And now they got to work for ESPN. I wonder if they gonna stand on business. And y'all, you know what? And I don't know who. I ain't trying to blame nobody, but y'all, I got to show it to you when I see it. I'm about to show you a video. And these are some professional basketball players. Wait here. Wait here. Watch this. These, I'm gonna let it run. These are professional basketball players. I'm gonna let it. All of y'all think y'all sons can this good. These are professional basketball players. I'm gonna keep reiterating. Just watch this. Jump stop. Wait. Then change directions. This guy right here. Wait. You such in a hurry, just like he played at one of the little kids. That's one of the first thing I teach kids. Watch him. Here he is right here. Look. Just stop and wait. But you just go run right. Then he go, just stop. You got to learn how to stop. Do y'all teach these people how to stop? Shaniqua, do they teach your nephew how to stop? Watch this. Shaniqua. If he playing like that as a pro, I can't manage y'all without coming to the high school games no more. I just can't get mad at y'all. No more. Black guy, low haircut. Black guy, low haircut. Man, I don't know what you're talking about. Yo, Ricky Scott, but we got more trainers, and we got the strength coach, we got the shooting coach, we got the mental coach, we got all these coaches around our kids, and these dudes in the league and still can't play. Yolanda, I had something the other day, y'all, and I wanted to share with y'all. Where I'm at. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about. Y'all know I'm gonna talk about my people at May Creek. May Creek, I'm talking about you today. Talking about you, May Creek. Let me see if that is. No, that ain't it. I got some. I got some for y'all. Send me a note. I just don't know where my notes at. Got so many. No, I ain't gonna go there. That's too heavy for y'all. Huh. It's too heavy for y'all. Just ain't ready. I'm just letting y'all know it's Harmony Turner Day tomorrow. Go Google it. Harmony Turner if you don't know who she is. You know, I was thinking about NBA scouts. They come into Rutgers now. Is anybody else, because I know he ain't going to say nothing, but Doug Jones, what did you hear? Anybody else had heard anything? How in the hell did Rutgers get to the best players I ever seen in my damn life, a school like Rutgers? How did they get Ace Bailey and Dylan Harper to go to that school? What did you hear? What did you hear? Because somebody gave me an excuse the other day, and I ain't had a chance to talk to nobody else. That is Moody. What did you hear? But I'm gonna show you, mamas, about that, right? So NBA scouts went to the game the other night. They went to see these two potential top 5 picks, two guys I just mentioned. But they played against Monmouth College. King Rice is your coach. And this dude name, what's the dude name? Abdi Bashir goes off and had 38 points and 10 on 10 threes against the two pros. Brandon Weefall, I need you to tell me something, not that's too weak. NIL ain't gonna get it. Rutgers, I know some schools got way more NIL than Rutgers. That's not it, bro. I say it if you know it. Don't guess. Auburn can outpay them. Texas can outbuy them. Don't guess. Tell me if you know. Excuse me. Here I come. Here I come. Don't tell me if you don't know. I don't care if vitamin water. I don't care if vitamin water represents and Rutgers. Brandon Weefall. I know several schools can offer them $1.4 million each. You're not listening, sir. I told you to put your thinking cap on. It's the Chop Shop now. Why debt college? I know 10 college could have tripled that. I know 10 myself. I just can't ask y'all. Excuse me. All right. I'm gonna put it like this. Y'all, I don't want your guesses and your opinions. Because y'all guesses and opinions is not backed up with facts. If you know somebody that's close to the situation, give me your answer then. Not you people talking about New Jersey and New York Metropop. Come on. If you know somebody within the program, you know somebody at one of these families, I want the inside, not your opinions. I can come up with that. New Jersey is not a great market. Why didn't he go to St. John's then? I told you, listen, y'all, listen. I got to give a disclaimer. See, when I make an answer and I give you opinion, I'm going to know something about it. I'm not just going to give you a blanket opinion. Nah, I'm going to go look it up. See, now I'm going to come back with the information. I want to talk NIL. And all these other schools I know for a fact got way more money. NIL, if that's all they got, did y'all hear what AJ the bouncer gonna get? And you want to put, they got 1.4 million. They got gypped. But they played against a dude from Monmouth College. And he had 38 and 10 on there. And no, 38 with 10, hold up, 38 with 10 threes on him. He was 11 of 23 from the field. He was 10 of 17 from the three-pointer. He had 6 for 6 from three-point land in 32 minutes. He played against two top 3 NBA prospects the other day. Outscored them both combined. It's a pure score. Y'all ain't even heard about that, have you? Only player in the nations who had more than 10 threes in a single game this season. Just helping y'all out. Because I'm just trying to get you to go further, man. That's all. That's too easy. Hold up. Got something else for you. That's too easy. Man, do you know how many CEOs at Texas? Do you know how many CEOs at vitamin? This man constantly talking about vitamin water. I don't want to hear about no damn vitamin water. They ain't selling that much damn vitamin water. This man has mentioned vitamin water 10 times. It's bigger companies than vitamin water. That is vitamin water. Let me keep going. I got something else. Where my stuff at? Yo, somebody been hiding my stuff, man. Somebody been hiding my stuff. Somebody been hiding my stuff. That's a good one. Somebody been hiding. Y'all keep on talking. Somebody been hiding my stuff, man. I'm serious, y'all. I had some stuff. But I saw some. I'm trying to find some, y'all, and I ain't got it. You know what I did meant to tell y'all about? Swagger, that show that was on TV, Swagger. The actors, both of them are playing college basketball. The two actors, I don't know if y'all knew that, Isaiah Hill and Jason Rivera Torres. They stayed friends after the TV show ended. You know, Kevin Durant was producing it. I meant to tell y'all about it. I used to. One of them played. Jason Rivera Torres played at played for Jerry Stackhouse at Vanderbilt. I'll never forget they played Memphis a couple of years ago, and then he was tan new. The kid that came from overseas in the movie, if you watch Swagger. But I did want to share y'all with something. I'm gonna take you off kilter a little bit. Because I like to do this sometime. Y'all, I saw something. I wish Anissa Seville was on here. Is anybody familiar with Cross? Anybody familiar with this new show on Amazon Prime, and I don't even like Amazon Prime. It's out, Cross. And listen, what I like about it, you don't got to wait for week to week. All episodes are out now. But they got this dude, and I'll get back to where I want to go, named Aldous Hodge, actor. He's also a producer. He was in the movies Black Adam, Hidden Figures, One Night in Miami, Die Hard, with a Vengeance. I think he should be in the top 5 of everything actor. Anybody seen it? No, I ain't talking about the book. I ain't talking about the book right now. I'm talking about it's a show out called Cross. Let me tell you, the reason I'm talking about it, I'm gonna tell you, it's the blackest thing on TV. Aldous Hodge, remember I said that name? Aldous Hodge seemed like a lot of y'all don't know who he is, but when y'all go look him up, Aldis, Hodge, he is what y'all think, what his name? Mashallah Ali is. You know, the guy played in the Green Book. This dude here, it's the coldest thing. He's the cold. He should be that next one. And I thought it was gonna be an action thriller, cause I like. Y'all gotta understand, I'm a movie buff, right? But it's a detective crime thriller. You know, like the one Denzel Washington was. He was in the bed. I can't think of Bones or he was in the bed. He was a paraplegic. Tyler Perry played Cross. Also, what's my man name? What's my man played on Shawshank Redemption? The old guy, Red. What's his name? It's in what's my guy name? Played in Driving Miss Daisy. Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman also played him in this movie called Long Came Spider. And I ain't gonna tell you no lie. I love Tyler Perry when he played Alex Cross in that movie. But what I like about this movie, y'all, this just what got me now. I thought it was gonna be action, right? But it's a crime thriller, right? And the intro, it's got to be the blackest I've seen since Luke Cage. That came out the first show. Every day I'm hustling, every day that's the intro. Rick Ross was, I said, what? Yo, see, I used to watch Luke Cage a lot, Luke Cage. And I ain't gonna lie, when I used to think about Luke Cage, and I don't know if y'all saw the movie, I felt like they had, when they go in the writer's room at Luke Cage, you know how the writers sit at the table? I think they had, on one side of the table was black, and on the other side of the table was blacker. You follow me? Yeah, James Patterson, he white. I ain't talking about him. I know about James Patterson. We ain't talking about James Patterson right now. We talking about Aldous Hodge right now. Focus, Daryl. Quit all that Googling and focus. They made a decision about the script. Should we make this regular black, or should we go black? And somebody said, let's go blacker. Y'all got to realize, thinking about Luke Cage, you know, he gets shot outside of the Alvin Ailey School, walking down Rosa Parks Street, and going into Booker T. Washington Park. So what happens when we can tell our own stories? And Cross, it's in D.C. I saw Ben's Chili Bowl. You can't get no blacker than that. They had EU playing in the barbershop. Then he said, put some mumbo sauce on them wings. That's D.C. Shout out to Ben Watkins. That's who we need to be shouting out to. not James Patterson. Married to Candy Ali. She hold on one second. She hold up. Let me do something right quick. Candy Ali, he's the showrunner for this show. Telling y'all, I'm giving y'all something good. Creator of this particular version of Cross. See, I ain't trying to get you to go watch it because it's already #1 on Amazon. So they don't need us to make it. Because if I depended on y'all, it wouldn't make it. It's #1 at Amazon right now. This guy, Isaiah Mustafa. Y'all know him at the Old Spice commercial. The one used to be up on the horse. That's Aldous sidekick. He's in it. The director, Sandy Mohammed. Nazinga Stewart. She directs the first one and another one. I think the first one and the second one. Then we got a director X, you know who he is. Then you got Carl Seaton. These are the directors of the 8 episodes. All of them black. So you have a showrunner who is black and a creator who is black. James Patterson, who he mentioned he doesn't deserve all the goodness that you see in this film. Y'all, I'm gonna give y'all some. They had a clip of Aldous Hodge. I'm gonna play it. I got to let y'all hear this. Got to let y'all hear this. I'll be with you in a minute, Jimmy. Okay. You gotta text me and let me know I would have shortened it. But y'all listen. I'm not gonna play it because I don't want copyright infringement. I want y'all to listen to this. Aldous Hodge. He's this prisoner, this suspect. Got to realize he's a PhD and a detective at the same time. Alex Cross. If you know anything about Alex Cross, he's great with his mind. He and the white supremacist dude was sitting down. He talked crazy to the other black detective that was in there. So Alex Cross said, I got it. He walked in the room, and y'all listen. This is what he said.
You think you're smarter than me.
Oh, well, that goes without saying. It's just, it's a matter of genetics.
All right, genetics. Same reason my dick is bigger than yours.
What did he just say?
What did you say?
My penis is larger than yours. Goes without saying, right?
Get your dick out of my fucking face.
You see how easy that was? I see your kind in here like 4 or 5.
My kind?
Yeah. Racist asshole thinks he's the smartest guy in the room. I use some variation of my dick's bigger than yours to get in your head. It works every time. Free chicken.
I didn't fall for anything.
No? You sure? Your eyes tighten. Your neck's flushed. Even now you're gritting your teeth. Those are all tells.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell y'all something. The clip of that black man standing over that white man with his bulge in his face and daring him to do something. This dude, Aldous Hodge, I done looked him up. Real one. When y'all finally looking up, y'all will say, I know who that is. He should be talked about a lot more. Episode 1, and I don't want to give too much away, but in episode 1, they're at a restaurant, and the commissioner would happen to be there. She's a white lady, and he was there with Isaiah Mustafa, the Old Spice guy. Aldous, who played Texas Alex Cross, he is a PhD psychologist who is also a detective. Y'all got to hear what I just said. A PhD psychologist. That's the guy who was talking to this guy. He knew how to get in people's mind. He was breaking down, when they were sitting at the table with the commissioner, the death of this guy who was a Muslim. And he was telling the commissioner why he couldn't, because they said they went to the coroner, and the coroner said he had pork in his belly. And he said, and Alex said he couldn't have had pork in his belly. And I'm giving away a little bit of y'all because I want to say something, because it speaks to where we are in this country right now. He was telling the white lady, who is the commissioner, Alex Cross got a PhD in psychology, okay? She ain't never got no PhD in nothing. She haven't solved the murders like he has. She has no cultural understanding why there is no way this man, the brother, could have pork in his belly. He was trying to explain it to us. And she said, that's ridiculous. But all I'm saying, how dare you question Alex Cross? He the best in the business. She don't have the qualifications. Y'all got to hear me. She don't have none of his qualifications like Kamala Harris, but they're questioning her. You haven't solved crimes like he has, and you don't have a PhD in psychology. You are not a black person, Miss Commissioner, who understand culturally why this man wouldn't double down on eating pork. He just converted to Islam while he was in jail. And she just kind of flipped him off like, but this is America. That's where we at right now. Where people get to have opinions with no background and no understanding of anything. Me, I was talking to Alex Cross. I would like lean in and say, man, tell me more. Because he was so definitive. Freight, you saw it. He was so definitive. He was like, absolutely. The fact that he had to defend himself. I couldn't wait to see how he handled it. But shout out to Ben Watkins. I'm gonna tell you, I want y'all to just go look at the story because I got a whole lot of stuff I wanted to talk about that. I didn't know Jimmy was coming on so early. But man, it was just, I saw this. See, when hold up, Freight. I told you I look at stuff different. Wait till you go watch it. You're gonna say, oh, I see. He said, nice, Robert Hatter, how you tied it in. Freight, it blew me away. I just, Freight, you gotta understand, I love black excellence. See, we're dealing with that now, the difference between community and police right now. You can tell these, shout out, like I said, shout out to Ben Watkins playing Every Day I'm Hustling. They had me then. It was creative genius, y'all. And I imagine being in these rooms like this, and we got, because I'm out in LA, because I'm talking to creative people all the time, just being in these rooms, and they basically had to beg people to give them an opportunity. Sometimes you have to capitulate to somebody's, way around it, and the fact that because they don't understand it. But Cross, y'all need to go check it out. But Jimmy, I got you. Let me push this button. Let me find the button. Hold on. Let me get you in here. There you go. What's up, Doc? Hold up. Let me unmute you. I muted you. I can unmute you now, but I watched this. Cross is on Amazon Prime. And Jimmy, it got me. I wish I could talk to Anissa Seville. You tell Anissa Seville she need to call me, because I need to talk to my movie buff about that one. Because it's unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. And guess what? We don't even need y'all to watch it. It's #1 already at Amazon. We got some young creative people out here. I'm dealing with a lot of young creative people. And they have, we talk about stuff like this out here, man. So it's kind of different though. But what's up, Jimmy? What you got, man?
Oh man, it's time for some basketball, and I got we were seeking for some answers on yesterday, and I think after last night, we got some of the answers are evident that some of you people are just like I thought that you were, in regarding to this basketball and how easy it is to put a jacket on somebody that's unwarranted. And that is last night, you guys know I wanted to see them Houston Texans whoop up on them Dallas Cowboys. And I did in the second half. But I said to myself, basketball game don't last, but if the referees don't, you know,
Ow.
they are paying attention. Hour and 20 minutes,
Yeah.
You up out of there. What it is? That's 80 minutes. So I rolled on out to Katie, called one of the coaches I normally go out that way, fellowship with him, meet me at the Orleans. I thought, made me think about it. I would get me a bowl of gumbo. I said, nah, I don't really like getting gumbo on Monday. Might be some leftover. I say, so guess what they got at Orleans now, that they ain't used to have.
What?
They got them crab fingers. They got them crab fingers. They give you way more than Papa Do's give you.
And they ain't better than Papa Do's, I bet you.
They give you way more.
I
They
bet you
fatter.
that juice ain't better than
I
Papa
gotta
Do's.
get them again. I gotta get them again because I know that about places you don't jump on your first lick and make a declaration. I gotta wait till I hit them again. But I got half. I can eat what I want to eat now, but I still ain't eating a whole lot of crazy stuff. So I got half fried, half sauteed. They bring the sauteed in a little bowl, like a little soup bowl.
Oh, so they don't have it already in there like Papa Do's. Papa Do's have it.
Well, I'm saying, because some people, that's smarter. Some people don't want the fried to get touched the soggy or the sauteed. That way, the sauteed stayed in the sauce in the bowl.
Oh, you had fried. I just eat all sauteed.
I mixed them. I got half and half.
Oh, okay.
Off the chain. Then went to the ball game. Let's talk basketball. Man, South Houston played at Maid Creek last night. And yesterday we was reaching for straws, wondering, entertaining the thought that these three guys couldn't coexist and they can't. They're about one good loss away from just having to meet players only meet. So I get there. One player, people accused of shooting all the balls up. I mean, I looked at the numbers and I read this numbers yesterday, the team stats, and it didn't justify a total encompassment of this dude just playing, daddy ball. First of all, I've watched several games this year already, 2 weeks into this high school season. And Howard, let me tell you something. There are very few teams to where their star players check out of the game unless they're in foul trouble, unless there's a dire circumstance. Most of these kids are playing 31, 32 minutes straight. The star kids. Back in the days, you think they're gonna come out, take a breather at the end of the court. They are playing the whole rip now. A lot of kids. So I thought about it. If it's daddy ball, that team can't afford to take him, Christian Gibson, off the court. They can't afford to take Jamal Crashan off the court. Now, you can take Tasby off to get him a breather because he's the one that has to just learn to run with these guys and has lesser minutes with both of those other two I just named. So they would take him off here and there. But then, even then, those three guys scored 78 of the 88 total points last night. And they won the game. They beat South Houston 88-79.
But now, do you understand why I was on this show with you? I don't know when it was. And saying, I don't understand. When you say they might not even make the district. They might not even come out the district. They might not be.
I say they. Oh yeah, you said that. You said that.
No, you
said
they
better
might
make the playoff. I say they better make the playoff. That's what I said.
But you were saying that in a way, and I'm saying, how could they not? Because I've seen them dudes play. So I didn't understand what was going on. I don't know about all the internal stuff. I'm just talking about, I saw Kristen Gibson tear some people's ass up at Peach Jam. I done saw Krayshawn tear some people up. So I'm sitting here saying, how you think they better make? So that means they ain't no show-ins. Cause you get to mention Katie and Tatey and all of them. I said, whoa, 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 whoa. And then I didn't know Tasby can jump, got jets in his foot. I ain't never seen him play. But he jumped so high one time, I said, wow, thank you, Archie, for that angle. Instead of being on the floor, you had an angle from up here. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I was waiting up all night for you to put it on the screen. But keep going, Jimmy. I'm Jimmy. I'm just different, man. Something was wrong. I knew something was wrong, but I didn't know what because I haven't been there.
So I get to this game, and right on time. I'm talking about right on time. I got there, and you guys know when I'm being then, I'll revert back to the old me in this basketball. Mind you, don't expect me to be at your games all the time. Remember, I'm shifting into a different gear and stuff. However, I do like to watch certain type of put up or shut up game. I do like to watch a kid against another kid. That way you can got something of substance to measure a kid off of.
I got a quick question. Do you think yesterday?
It's possible. I mean, it happens. But at the same time, how many of these young men do you think have the capacity to retain what a grown person tell them on the whiff 2 or 3 hours later while they're in the midst of battle of a basketball game? So if that's the case, they would need to call no timeouts because they would have retained what's been installed in them all week in practice. So yeah, maybe. But at the same time, I watched in different parts of that game. I watched the entire game. Well, I'll put it like this. I want to use a different word that has more value to it. I paid attention to this entire game. I paid attention to it. Jamal Krayshawn, he signed with New Orleans University of New Orleans, for to play basketball. He's a 12th grader. He already has his college security. He's a lefty that's been known, and he was in the 10th grade. I saw him. I was courtside when he dropped a 40-plus bomb. I think it was on Cy Ranch in one of the tournaments. So when it's like as most shooters get their line on and get heated up, it's on and popping.
So he's streaky. He either hitting or he's streaky.
Well, you remember yesterday went through the numbers. He's a 40% from 3 points.
Well, then he ain't.
That's
streaky.
what he was.
If you shoot 40%,
you know, so 40 ain't 40% is a threshold from good. That's 40% is like a B minus. Depending on what level you're talking about, B minus, C plus, but 40%
high
is
school,
good.
Jimmy, 40%. Stephen Curry don't shoot for 40% now.
That's why I said depending on what level you're on.
But
that means who's in front of you. The length. That means the length that's guarding you. So at a high school level, there's no 7-footers closing out to the 3. But anyway, we ain't gonna go there. We ain't gonna dissect him like that. 40% is solid. And I think he's shooting 41%. I'm sorry, I said 40. And Kristen Gibson entering last night's game was shooting 40%. So both of those guys were credible from the perimeter. And I went through the numbers last night, and Jamal Krayshawn had attempted almost twice as many 3-point attempts than Kristen Gibson, which is rightfully so.
But that ain't what people be talking about. They said it, man, play daddy ball. But keep going, Jimmy, keep going.
And so my thing was, let me go see them, because I was looking at the schedule. And I said, man, if I don't go see Maid Creek right now, and according to, think about it, we have a top 40 nationally ranked 11th grader on that team, according to ESPN. There's no other kid from this city, in this area, ranked by ESPN. So if you want to do safe math, that means he's considered the top 11th grade dog in the kennel. I go see him.
Now, which one is this?
That's Christian Gibson.
Okay.
He's ranked 36 in the nation, ESPN,
Okay.
amongst the junior class 2026. So when the game started, Jamal got first dibs, hit a three-pointer. Okay. Then a couple of trips later down the court, Jamal hit another three-pointer. 2 possessions later, Jamal hit another three-pointer. Then he later would hit another three. Christian Gibson had only taken 1 shot at that time.
Thank you.
He was the initiator on about 3 of those 4 3-pointers.
I saw that.
He fed the rock.
I saw that.
Jamal Crashane.
I saw that.
Passed up a shot that y'all say he takes all the time.
Yeah. They still on here talking about
that
he
thing
takes
over
shots. But Jimmy, give me them stats one
to
more
the
time
man
before
that's
you go.
hot.
Jimmy, give me them stats one more time that you gave yesterday. You got them handy. The number of shots.
I got some of them in my head.
The number of shots Jamal took, and the number of shots Christian did. Because some people on this feed ain't got it. Give me the number of shots Christian took this year and Jamal take. They practically the same amount of shots. But we got people sitting up here talking about when he get touches. Shit, he done took the same amount of shots as Christian. Go. Y'all need to go look at the day. Go look at the stats, Jimmy gave it to y'all yesterday. Y'all must have missed that class. He gave you an open book test yesterday because you're coming back failing again today. But keep doing. Jimmy, I ain't mean to break you because I done seen the comment 2 or 3 times talking about if he gets some touches. Shit, what was
Here it is now.
Bring it up, Jimmy.
Here it is now. Oh, so their averages done went up now.
No. Oh, so they didn't count the games last night. No, I'm talking about the number of shots. I'm talking about number of shots.
The number of field goals attempted.
Okay.
I can tell you what it was last night, but as it is right now, it's 65 attempts for Christian Gibson, 66 attempts for Jamal Crashane. That's right now. That's right now.
Wow.
That's right.
When he gets some touches. We got people on here talking about when he gets some touches. And he done touched it and shot it 6 more times than. Come on, Jimmy. Come on. Some of these people ain't gonna never just understand it. I'm not respecting people's opinions no more around it. I just can't. Y'all got y'all minds made up about certain things. Even the facts don't matter when your opinions. Come on, Jimmy. Come on, man.
And so
unbelievable.
I also have last night. I was in the first quarter. Jamal Crashane accumulated 16 points in the first quarter by 16. Christian Gibson had 7. Of that 7 included a one-legged 3-point attempt that beat the buzzer. Beat the buzzer, and it went in. See, when I call winning plays, is that when a teammate makes a play and it goes for good, then when I get my turn, I think that I'm going to duplicate or surpass that play with my play. I feel that way. It's like you feel hot. You feel it. It's kind of like in baseball, when a certain guy hit one, another guy hit one. They say, "Oh man, the pitcher weighing down." He's pitcher still throwing 98 miles an hour. Those dudes they beamed in. And hit come after hit, home run come home. Guess what? That's when Mookie get up and play and hit a home run. Guess what? Guess who's coming behind?
Ohtani.
He's coming behind and he feel like he gonna hit me. I can't let him outdo me. That's kind of like those are winning plays back to basketball. If you're doing math, Christian Gibson, Jamal Crashan combined to score all 23 points of their team's total in the first quarter. Remember yesterday, I said something has to change about that. They won't be able to sustain that. That's because they have to find a way to sacrifice a bucket to give one of the little giants, because there was only one other player on that team that was averaging more than 1.3 points a game.
Who, that little
Only
fuzzy
one
head?
player.
That little fuzzy head?
Yeah. And
Yeah,
I don't know if he even scored last night.
But he made some plays.
But they had,
you keep worried about points. I just saw the video, and Fuzzyhead was making plays. He was making the right situation, the right reads, the rights on defense. The Fuzzyhead, Jimmy, you don't have to score all the time to be effective in a basketball game. Because when the guys I won't shoot my ball, it's them two right there. Because I don't know how many shots we're going to get in the game. So if we have a chance to get one, I want one of them two taking it. I one of them three taking it. Jimmy, it's a scoring hierarchy. How can I sit up here and say, hold up, I got to figure out a way. That's the point guard's responsibility right there, Jimmy. I got to figure out the way to get everybody involved. But guess what? Those guys are at practice with them guys every day. We not. We just step up at a game and we just talking about a game. We don't know what goes on in practice. We don't know who the first man in the gym and the last man out. Ain't nowhere in the world I'm going to be there at 6 o'clock in the morning shooting all them shots and nobody else coming in the gym. I'm not passing them the ball myself. I'm just not. But keep going, Jim.
So, and we're just tuning in. We ask you guys, can you share the show right now if you haven't done so? Let's get a share in right now. I'll twist open me a swig of this good sport. I changed the color today. I got my color. I got me a lemon lime today.
I got the same. I keep it the same.
Electrolyte.
I got alkaline.
That'll work. That'll work too. That'll work. Now, they scored 23 points, those two guys combined. However, May Creek was still trailing 24-20 to South Houston. So that was, to me, while we between quarters, I'm looking and I'm assessing things. I say, that's the best punch that they're going to receive from Jamal Crashan. Jamal Crashan ain't going to score 16 points every quarter.
That's what you thought.
That's not every quarter, not the rest of this game. That's first quarter.
But
so you sustain his best punch in an 8-minute span. I'm just breaking down the game like before it even happened. I'm thinking this to myself. If you South Houston, you're still winning the game. This dude got 16 points. He 4 for 5 in 3-point land, and you're still winning. Guess what? So it was no need to panic, right? However, the thing is, you haven't withstood the best punch from Christian Gibson.
That's what I'm talking about. Come on with it now.
Jamal Crashan did his part. He did his part. And then what job wasn't over, he did some other stuff. He ain't just not do nothing the rest of the game. No. He did his part. He did his part because he knew they were king and double teaming on Christian Gibson. But there wasn't even no doubt. He was open the first shot, the first attempt, because they had to make a decision. Don't let him get on early, going attacking the rim, or we'll take our chance that guy shooting 41% behind the 3-point lane. Let's see. If he missed 1 or 2, we're going to put it on there. And guess what?
He didn't miss.
He didn't miss. Guess what? So you got to pick your poison. And I notice I say, well, these two guys, if Jamal is out here, Christian sometimes have to go and get inside. And remember I said, now watch them. All they have to do now is be able to read off each other to know. Sometimes you can know when your buddy going to shoot that ball, Halle. You know it. You know certain moves.
Yeah.
Once they know he fits to go and get that thing, guess what? You have to make a decision. You got to go and crash them boards with him. Or if you already on the perimeter, you got to be able to guard the leak out. One of the two. once they read off each other, they can be dangerous. I'm talking dangerous to say one of the most dangerous twosomes in the state of Texas. If both of those guys are feeding, understand they got work to do. That's South Houston.
Of course they got to do. But Jimmy, you told me South Houston was going to be one of the top teams.
And South Houston is going to be one of the top teams in that district.
Okay, so all we can do is all they can do is beat the ones that in front of them. But keep going now.
And so, y'all don't pick on the beat Shadow Creek, but yeah, South Houston they are a legit team.
So guess what? That was a legit win then.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So you're down at the end of the first quarter.
Okay.
Mind you, as a team, while they were hot, so was South Houston was hot.
Okay.
South Houston hit 50% of their 3-point attempts in the first quarter.
Okay.
This dude Jordan Buckner.
Okay.
He came to play. Now he must have watched the show as well. He came to play.
Yeah.
Little fella, and
Frank
for a guy like him.
Hey, Jimmy, these people got people that know him. I already know somebody that said something, but keep going.
Say, man, I like that because it wasn't just about you playing to prove nothing to me. You had college scouts at the game. You had Glenn Junior College at the game. I know, and Sam Houston State University was at this game. Those two I saw with my own eyes. I talked to them. They both came over and spoke to me at that game. So I know them two had colleges, coaches there. So that means this was an audition for an unsigned senior.
Yeah, for them guys. Yeah.
For an unsigned senior like Jordan Buckner.
Gotcha.
Who's hoping that the bus can come. Okay. And man, he was. You know what he reminded me of?
What?
While he was playing, I'm out there in KDISD. He reminded me of last night of a high school version of another smaller kid that used to run a team and would stop and would kill you with the middies and right around them elbows. He would get to that rim quick. Little kid named Trey Pinckney from Seven Lakes High School. Trey Pinckney was a kid who had no Division I offers, just like Jordan Buckner. They kept winning and kept winning and kept winning. Guess who rang the doorbell, Hal? Stephen F. Austin. SFA gave this young fella a scholarship. Now, I'm not saying that Jordan Buckner.
But Trey, you just talking about you didn't have accomplished players. You just talking about a situation. Because Trey Pinckney was a little a point guard that you couldn't put the ball down against. You know, we grew up playing against him. So I know exactly who you talking about, Trey Pinckney. But he was a little guard. Who is Jordan Buckner? How big is he?
Jordan Buckner about 5'10".
Oh, he's a little guard. Wait a minute, the little light-skinned guard with the short hair?
He got short hair, yeah.
I like him. Yeah, he got Jimmy, great comp. But he can shoot better than Trey though. Trey Pinckney couldn't shoot a lick.
He has a little bit more lift, and he can get that left side a little bit better than Trey as well. But now back to this game. In this second quarter, because remember, by the way, Buckner had 12 points in the first quarter. I told you he came to play. He had 12 points in 24-23, right? Second quarter is when the home team, they had about 3 lead changes. So it was nip and tuck. Remember, 1 point game, 24-23 at the end of one. Nip and tuck, they go through. All of a sudden, but Jamal hit a tray, put him up by 3. So I mean, he still was feeling it. Then of course he finally missed. He missed one, and he come back, hit another tray. Then that's when at that moment, about midway through the second quarter, because they were evenish. Christian Gibson, he was starting to insert himself as well.
Right.
But it needed something from Tasby to be the X factor. Tasby made
But they say he was in foul trouble in the first quarter.
That's rightfully so. He was at the bench. I wasn't statting the whole game. I just charted it.
Okay. I got you.
So Tasby came about the 4-minute mark. He hit a field goal.
She hit a 3 too.
Put him up by 5. No, not in the second quarter.
Oh,
put him up by 5.
Okay.
Then on the next possession, he stole the ball, went coast to coast, and dunked it.
Yeah.
That put him up by 7. That
Okay.
prompted a timeout from South Houston.
Okay.
That was the largest lead of the game at that point. That was that cushion.
That was
That
the one.
5 points, 2 possessions from Tasby was special.
Okay.
Was special because at that point they proceeded to go up by 10.
Okay.
Right? And then Christian, Christian Gibson hit another deep 3 to put him up by 14.
Okay.
Before South Houston closed in to 10 points going into the break.
Okay.
Third score was 46-36 at halftime. Buckner was limited to only 3 points in that period. Right? Xavier Muhammad who's their Robin to the Batman. He had 2 points that period. That second period, those guys, their legs didn't enable them to go and get and I guess the legs, the teeth started to wear a little bit, but they weren't able to score as much. Remember, for example, Xavier Muhammad was 1 for 5 in the paint in the second quarter alone.
Who is that?
For South Houston.
Is that the bigger guy? The kid look like?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a 10th grader. The 2 sports star.
Okay.
Jordan Buckner, he was 1 for 4 from the field in that second quarter. So those guys, as I'm saying, so that think about it. 1 for 5 and 1 for 4.
Oh yeah.
2 for 9 from your star.
That'll get you beat.
That's a difference because that means now you contribute some of that to the defense of Made Creek if you wish. Some of those were contested, yes. But at the same time, this kid, those 2 buckets from Tasby, Christian Gibson scored 8 points in the second quarter. He had 15 at the break. Jamal added 6 in that second quarter, which upped him to 22 at the break. 22 at the break, 15 at the break.
So wait a minute, Jimmy.
Right?
So Christian, in the second half, Christian must have went off then. But keep going.
Now you see what I'm getting?
Okay.
So now you go into the halftime, you try to make your adjustments. Probably both teams, we want to get this thing. So instead of Jamal coming out and do what he did the first quarter, Christian took the mantle. He added 10 more points in that third quarter. Right?
See, Frank made the adjustment on Jamal, and it was smart. Christian said, okay, I'm finna bust y'all a little bit. Okay, but keep going. Keep going.
Yes. And and he was more aggressive, which you're at home, the referees got more foul calls, so he goes on that free throw line. That's the worst thing you can do is put a shooter or a scorer at the free throw line, because he get a chance to get 2 shots to get his line back on. And that's what happened. He went to the free throw line twice in that third quarter, converted all 4 free throw attempts. Christian Gibson did. And this team, they still led by 10 at the end of 3. Right? And that was at the end with about 4 seconds left. The dunk you mentioned earlier, the exhibit of the athleticism by Tasby was shown during the closing seconds of that third quarter. I think Jamal had shot a 3-point attempt from right in front of his bench. Tasby came out of nowhere like Plastic Man, and he jumped so high it looked like, or it felt like, because you're in real time, guys, but it felt like he dunked that ball coming down. It felt like he was coming down. You know what I'm saying? Like way, like he had been up and was just and just stood up waiting on the ball. I mean, it was like wow. And that dunk once again was a Tasby play that gave them the energy. That 10 felt like it's about to be 15 in a minute. It didn't feel like it was about to be 5 in a minute. So now in the fourth quarter, they meaning Made Creek coach, he made a decision because there's no shot clock in Texas. He decided to spread the floor with about midway through the quarter, about right up under 4 minutes to go. Right? They went by 10. They had to trade buckets, spread the floor out, and it worked to his advantage. Now, at the end it did, but not at first. 2 turnovers. Next thing you know, South Houston cut this thing to 6. They cut this thing to 6 with under 2 minutes to go. They had a freshman that hit a 3-pointer named James Henry Jr. Little 9th grader. I like that. Little 9th grader. James Henry Jr.
What school?
South Houston.
Okay.
South Houston High School. I think I remember this name from the middle school city championships. I got to go back and look. Or if Doug Jones watching right now, he can go and double. I think I remember this name. 9th grader, he played a lot of minutes last night. Now, at the same time, Made Creek had a 9th grader that played a lot of minutes as well. Channing Fuller, 9th grader, played a lot of minutes. Played his role, didn't get up, didn't get no. I don't think he scored last. No, he scored. He did score 2 points. He scored 2 points. But anyway, back to this thing in his 4th quarter. Basically, Made Creek hit 10 of 12 free throws, and ended up closing the deal on this 88-79 win. I was impressed. Both sides of the ball.
What was you most impressed about of all the things in the whole game? Just say what stuck out to you. Just said on a game like this that we called it and we talked about it on the show. There was one of them. No such thing as a bad game in a big game, and the principles. The 2 guys, the 3 guys you talking about, they came to play. I mean, that's just, it's got to be. I'm just watching. You know, I got the highlights over here showing over here right now because I just couldn't understand, Jim. And I'm looking at the auxiliary pieces on this team. And number 4 with the fuzzy hair. Look at these guys ain't bad. The guy, he got braids in his head. I'm trying to look at his name. Young fella, I don't know your name. Number 11. I kind of like him.
That's Edwin Cleveland.
Okay. I mean, so that's why I couldn't understand. We're having such low expectation from him. That's all. I mean, I hadn't seen him. Ooh, yeah, I see the one you talking about. Christian shot that thing off the backboard. But it's all good, man. I'm just glad. I just couldn't understand that team being, and I hope this thing here catapult them into Jimmy, get them off the snide. Get them off the snide. Because people were talking so negative about. I got tired of people talking about these kids.
Well, I mean, this was the matchup. You got to realize that they needed a winnable game. That's why I went. I figured it was a 50-50 game. Either one of them teams could have won that. But Made Creek needed that win more than South Houston did. Made Creek absolutely needed this win at home in order to keep them optimistic in the non-district play.
Yeah.
Remember, district play don't start for them for another month or so.
Yeah.
Unlike HISD, who some schools have played 3 district games already in Houston Independent School District. Already, they played 3 district games.
Okay.
I know Yates played their 3rd district game last night. They played Wheatley, Cashmere, and of course Mickey Leland. Yates have played 3 district games already.
They just stacking days. This is what I call stacking days and stacking wins. That's how you do in basketball. See, you don't want to be the best team right now. I'm gonna tell you, if things go like I hope they go, this team around January is gonna be a much, much better team. Because I've seen young players, they play, this just has been in the beginning of the year. When that January thing turned, when real district get heated, that's when you see what kind of team you got. And I just hope these young guys keep this thing together and don't let this outside noise, people running their mouth talking about this boy shoot too much. Then I found out, Jimmy, that boy's in the gym before everybody ever come in the gym early morning. He's the hardest worker on the team. I'm talking about Christian Gibson. So my advice to the rest of y'all on that team, whenever he in the gym, you need to be following him. You need to be there too. Christian, what time you in the gym tomorrow? Don't do like them people that went to school with my son now. Just run their mouth and talk with your parents. When that man go to the gym and say, Christian, what time you in the gym? I'm there. What time you in the gym? Don't sit back. Be proactive and say, look, even if he don't ask you to come, say, man, let me get in the gym with you. That changes the dynamic of your whole team. and you know, and people just don't understand that. They just rather sit back and talk negative about kids and talk negative about situations. I'm speaking some life into y'all. Get in the gym with Gibson, because I heard don't nobody work hard as him. But that's it,
Oh,
Jimmy.
and I think one of the coaches mentioned something last night, and I said, well, one thing that people can't take away is that Division I coaches saw Christian Gibson during the live period at the EYBL. They saw him in Peace Jam, right? Whatever you guys think can't take away from what them college coaches saw with
Absolutely.
their own.
Absolutely.
And this is one of the things that certain kids, once they go out and they perform beyond the threshold, no matter what we think about them,
Mm-hmm.
we gotta let that go, man.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta let that go. The dude, because all you're doing is when you're playing the resistance, that means if he's at number 36, that means whatever we think is better will not be better than number 36 among the
Good.
national on
That's
the
a good
national
point.
scale.
So be quiet. Yes. Stop the noise.
And so I'm just telling you, it's like,
Yeah.
and thing is, it's one of the things that the conversation goes back. The Houston and the DFW thing. They go and they gonna promote 3 or 4 of them at the same time equally. We are not doing that.
Yes.
We're taking the one that you have the obligation to, or the affiliation to, or the favor towards.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the one, and the one that you don't is the one that you don't
Mm-hmm.
say nothing about.
Mm-hmm.
And many of you guys, you don't realize you got to get out your own way, because you're talking to these people and they're and they're listening to you, and they're co-signing you while they're on the phone. But when they get off the phone, they call somebody else and say, "Man, them dudes in Houston, they crazy as hell."
What? A college coach told me that, Jimmy. Flat out.
And that's what's happening. I'm telling you. So why not just say, when they start asking you about other players, just say, "Man, once you ask that dude, coach, that you call me, ask about my player." If y'all just talk about sold your own cars, and Chevy stopped worrying about Ford, Ford stopped worrying about Chrysler, and Chrysler stopped worrying about Toyota, then the city would be better.
Because Jimmy, they can't help it. They want to pub the guys that they're around. I mean, and I understand it, but all I'm saying is I don't mind you pubbing your guys. Don't say nothing negative about the other young man. And that's the problem, Jimmy. They always got something negative to say about somebody else's kid. It's unbelievable to me.
That's the key right there. Nobody's telling y'all not to promote your own car.
Right.
What I'm saying is, stop shitting on other people's cars. That's their best car on their lot, and you're shitting on them, and like it ain't like it, like the car, like it's a 4-cylinder. And now the coach looking at you like, at the other phone, like, "Man, they go, I thought I could trust this dude. I don't know what to say."
Coach.
You know, they know that, they see that, they talk amongst each other.
But I got a question I want to ask you, right?
What we got?
I give a little overtime for this, because somebody was texting me yesterday while the show was going on, so I didn't have no context. That's why I didn't have no context, and they were asking me, how Robert, this is why people this is why people don't like people. Why people leave Houston, and people wonder why. You have a local player commit, and you start off by mentioning an out-of-town player, and then you talk more about one other player than you did about the player that was signing. And by the way, I ain't gonna go there. But people seem to understand them, but I know your history. And that's why I wanted to find out. I had to go back and make sure, who did you talk about first? And you wind up letting me know. Right? But for some reason, people were unhappy because you didn't mention the local player first. You still there?
Yeah, I'm listening to you. Waiting on the
That's it.
question.
So my question is, why would you mention the out-of-town player before you mention the local player first?
Well, two reasons. Number one,
Okay.
twofold, A and B. You can put them in either order that you want.
Okay.
Number one is the out-of-town player had a Houston tied to it with University of Houston. That occurred first.
I like that. Makes sense. Makes sense. Keep going. I like that. Keep going.
And number two, the Chop Shop isn't a local show.
Uh-huh.
It isn't a local show.
It's not a, thank you. Say that again, Jimmy. Say that so somebody in the back, they can't hear that. Say that one more time.
This is not a local show. So that I put the in order. Say at first, blah blah blah. This young man went blah, and then talked about local, and not only talked about local, then I went to rcsports.com and I gave all the ink to the local. That's a local website.
Come on, man. Come on. I knew you were gonna have something for me, but keep going. Keep going.
So if y'all go and look at rcsports.com, and you will see how much ink I talked about Kingston Fleming on there, and how much ink I talked about Sebastian Williams Adams on there.
Mm-hmm.
See, I remember this is one of the reasons that I pulled myself back.
Mm-hmm.
And as I'm pulling myself back, it's like I'm getting out of the dope game. Y'all still want me to bring bricks to y'all. No, it ain't gonna have it that way.
Man, can you use any other analogy, man?
That made me what I am today, though. I can't. That's part of my
No,
testimony.
that didn't.
That's part of my testimony.
No, I'm not gonna receive that. They made you what? You survived that. Come on, man.
I did.
You survived that, but keep going.
But in all seriousness, is that if you pay some of you guys, if you paid attention, especially you 12th graders now, that means you had a 4-year sample size, or you're working on a 4-year sample size. You start counting 8th grade after your 8th grade year. If your team was a winning program, they have opportunity to play in the middle school city championships. We are on top of those 8th graders at that point. Al, you know that. You've been to a couple of them, and you've seen some of them 8th graders that grow all the way through.
Yeah.
Right?
You know I'm laughing at what somebody put on the screen. But keep going.
So if you're paying attention to the sample size,
mm-hmm.
all the 12th graders out there,
mm-hmm.
and your parents, how many times have you seen me come to one of your babies' practice?
Man.
How many times have you seen me come to one of your babies' summer league practices, grassroots practice, AAU, whatever you want to call it? So if you're paying attention to that, and then you see people say, man, Hicks ain't come to our practice, man. The other guys come to practice, different other guys, and then you would be served right to let them know, to educate them. Hey, yo, in all fairness, I ain't never heard him going nobody practice. He ain't never been known out in 4 years. He just might not do that.
Yeah.
Once you understand what a person does and what a person doesn't do, then then some things will click like a seatbelt. The question should be for a local kid that had a ceremony and committed live, and then you invited the Chop Shop to come and be there in person. Here's the question, what it should be. Why didn't y'all do that announcement on the Chop Shop? Input equals output.
Hold on, Jimmy. Jimmy, say it one more time. Watch it. I got something for you.
Input equals output. Input equals output. I don't have skin in the game. Ain't none of y'all can say y'all gave me no dollars for the inducement or the promotion of your babies. So that's why I can speak with so much passion. How JG say, how Farrakhan said it in his speech with Mike Wallace. What he say? Excuse me.
Excuse me, Mr. Wallace. You can't talk about what he said. You have no right to talk about the way America has been. But keep going. Keep going. I like that.
Here's the thing, and I hope you're not receiving this the wrong way.
No, it's need to be said, Jimmy.
Is that listen?
Keep going.
Y'all could have done that announcement on the Chop Shop.
Absolutely.
You could have even said, man, we weren't even thinking. I thought initially, because somebody posed that question, I think you said, how did they send
somebody sent it to me. Yeah.
And I immediately didn't even respond, but I immediately thought in my mind, well, hell, 24/7 Sports must be paying. They paying. I ain't mad at them. They paying. But then it hit me about a day later. Texas is a no NIL state. They can't pay no kids legally to make them announcements on
Jimmy, they didn't pay.
No, they can't. Exactly, they can't.
I'm just telling you, it can't, and they didn't.
So I'm like, then start hitting. I'm like, yeah.
Matter of fact, Jimmy, for me knowing about other people's situations, it's a cost-effective because they got to go get rent equipment and everything to reach them people. Yes,
hey, man. When that hit me, then so I went and I supported.
You did something. Yeah, you did something. You did something.
I was there in person. I was there in person. So that means if a person says why I talked about this one before I talked about Sebastian, that means what you just did then, you negated me even showing up. You said the hell with showing up. Let's go right this. Let's deal with what he did with. Instead of saying we appreciate you showing up, but why didn't you talk a little more about him? Or why didn't you talk to them first? That was not even. Come on now, people. On a Sunday,
Jimmy, just until a few minutes ago, I did not know you were there. I didn't see you on the videos and on the pictures.
I ain't trying to be. That's the thing.
Jimmy, I saw everybody else on the videos and the pictures, but I see you was like Suge Knight. You said, you come over here.
When I walked in that building, the building damn near froze. The people saw me up in there, walking up in there. Because people see me in the building.
And if I would have been in town, I would have been there too. So
it's just no, it wasn't that, Al. It's just that when certain people in the building, and if you see a Marcus Sloan is in the building and Jim Hicks walks in, then all of a sudden people want to see, what's gonna happen? They in the building.
Oh, Sloan was in the building too?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So
that's what people, I say it froze because the moment froze, people start to elbow each other.
I would have thought that.
So that's
y'all been in the building before, Jimmy? Lately?
Yes, with Tyler Smith's celebration was the most recent time for an occasion such as that. But I mean, no people not paying. Understand how they not paying attention.
That's the least. But again, you know what? That tell me what people's mind is. But keep on going. This summer basketball community, you got to raise your level of your thinking and your minds. I'm just telling you. I can tell. The comments that some of y'all give on this show, you ain't learned yet. You ain't learned it, but just sit back and keep on. Your class might. Some of y'all just, you don't get it right away. But keep going, Jimmy. I love it. I'm glad I even brought this up because I started not to bring it up, but
No, it's
several
not that
people
bad.
text
It's
me
not that
about it.
bad. It's a good. I think it's a decent question,
Great
but
question.
I don't think I was trying to help the questioner
Mm-hmm.
pay attention.
Yeah.
Pay attention to what
Yeah.
I don't have an obligation to in regards to this, that, like some of these other guys do. They have an obligation. They got a tab they got to pay off of. I would call it damn near. In some cases, it almost feels and looks like indentured servitude that some of these young men that covering with scouting services or covering the area are funding. They have to pay it off. You get what I'm talking about, Hal? It feels like it. It looks like it.
But you just brought some up, and I mentioned this the other day. You went on the show. I just can't understand when you have a platform that has supported you for years before anybody else was talking about you. And in your big moment, you want to go to somebody who don't give a fat rat's ass about you. Jimmy, I was watching Cam Thomas. I redeemed myself. That's why I'm glad they do documentaries like this. I watched Cam Thomas. In middle school, his coach was black. High school, his coach was black. He decided to go to college. He go to LSU with Will Wade. I sit there and watch him contradict himself on the show. He said, when I go back every summer, I go work out with the guys I've been working with all the time. All of them look like him. That's how I got good working out with them. So I'm not going and finding a new dude on Instagram that's gonna put me on Instagram, ain't never been in the trenches with me, and he doing all these trick ass drills, and now I'm making him famous and I'm making him whatever off my black body. I come on this show, and people can go whatever college you want to. But I try to give you information about making the proper decision. Come on in, baby. Making the proper decisions when it comes to making the proper. I get it to you. I get it. I'll bring it right to you. Okay. Okay. Making the proper decisions about where they go to college. I try to just give them information. I'm trying to. Do you know who this coach is? Do you know this coach you putting in power? I've talked about this show about Tommy Tuberville, who made a whole lot of millions on the backs of black players at Auburn University. And now he's in the Senate. Ain't 100 of them. He wanted the Senate, and he vote against everything that happens to do with help the black community. But he made his fortune off of them. It seemed like, Jimmy, we're on a conveyor belt. We sit in here. We in the gym with him. You talking about him. You airing him. I'm talking about him on this show. And then you can sit up and not understand that it's not an option for you to come on a platform that you watch every day and share it with the world. Jimmy, the way we think, we got some, I call it stinking thinking. Stinking thinking. just don't understand. We just give our value away. You got value. Jimmy, I showed a video yesterday. I can't wait to let you see it. A video yesterday, just showing you how Coach Prime makes creating jobs. Watch this, Jimmy. Jimmy, they didn't have that apartment. They didn't have that department 2 years ago.
When they was running content creators, them content creators.
They didn't have nothing like that over there, Jimmy. Might have been one little dude in there. When you go to that stadium, you see the jobs that he's creating off the backs. We just got to get smarter. I'm just telling you. You got an option. Xavier Willer, he came on this. That's why he gonna always, him and what's my man name?
Doc Nelson.
Doc Nelson, Ramon Walker.
Ramon Walker.
But just because somebody else did it on 247, I don't chart your own. Quit trying to follow people. Be like Melo. Guess what? Melo, I know for a fact they tried to call Melo. Mama shut it down. Said, no, we're going to do it on a platform who been supporting us. Young fella did it on not on their platform, on a dude that been supporting them the whole time. Yo, that's the power, Jimmy, that we have, Jimmy. And we and I know faith comes by hearing and hearing the word. We got to keep understand. People should never not know that this is a platform. And we ain't finna make sure you got to go get all of this equipment to put it on. We're gonna make sure you ain't got to spend nothing for you to put it on. But keep going, go on, Jimmy, because
I had one of the personnel from JL3. That's the summer program that the young men played for. Remember, he wasn't the only one that committed on that particular network, the 24/7 Sports. Remember, I think was Nigel or Sheldon, one of the other two committed, or maybe both of them I know committed on that as well. Mm-hmm. And one of them, the JL3 administrators asked me, man, why didn't they do this on the Chop Shop? I said, oh no, you tell me. So somebody had to have a meeting, had to have an influence in order to make this happen, make lightning strike twice, more than once from this network. So basically what y'all did, you didn't empowered Adam Finkelstein, you didn't empowered him. And I say this because it's unapologetically, you empowered this white guy less than a month after that election, when most of our babies in this basketball don't look like them. And you look up, especially in the time that's going right now.
Absolutely.
It is about to be easy as hell for guys that's covering the grassroots basketball scene. Mm-hmm. You're consistent and people watching you, and they're going to be watching. You guys are being evaluated like you don't even believe right now. Because people are asking me all the time in the NBA what I think about this guy, what I think about that guy, what you think about that. And they are evaluating you guys because now more NBA program teams are extending their resources to get intel from grassroots. They got a guy that was a grassroots coach just a while ago. He took a job with the Washington Bullets.
Generals, the Washington Wizards now, Jimmy. His name is Stephen Cook, Jimmy.
Yeah.
He stepped out from Chattanooga, right up in Chattanooga, Tennessee. He stepped out. He was a head coach at a high school there.
Yeah, prep
what
school.
happened, people talk for him. Who do you think we gon' Jimmy, I'm laughing. You asking me, they're asking me the same questions.
And the guys, but at the same time, some of you guys, that would be your dream. If that's your dream, then align yourself with whatever you need to do to attain and achieve your dream. Many of you guys are putting your anchor down in this grassroots basketball as though this is the end all be all. This is where you're going to be at. This is what you really, really want. This is stepping stone. Young man, Kellen Buffington out of Dallas did a couple of years ago, and he stepped out on faith and took that job at Texas Tech. That was his dream. He was an educator by day. That was his day job before he stepped out of the classroom. When I met him, he pulled me to the side in the parking lot at one of the events and let me know he was trying to get into the scouting service and the events business. He asked me, man, you got 5-10 minutes? I want to pick your brain. Some things I need to learn, I want to do and do not to do. And I was on the way to a basketball game. If Buffington is watching this show right now, he can co-sign and he would be able to testify that moment happened. He hadn't even started yet. He pulled me to the side. OG, man, watching you, man. What you think? Give me some tips and pick my brain for. It's supposed to have been 10 minutes. I missed the whole game that I was supposed to be coming in there to see. Stood out there in the parking lot for this young man because I saw the look in his eyes. He really had, and then also he had the respect enough to ask the OG some extensive questions that end up helping him down the line. Glenn Smith. Before Glenn Smith started this stuff. If Glenn Smith is watching right now, you guys can splice this up and send it to him, and he would testify that Glenn Smith used to call me it felt like every week, but I would say quite often, way back before he even thought about doing events. He wanted to be a scouting service. I did something to Glenn Smith I hadn't done to nobody. I blanked out an entire cheat sheet book and sent Glenn Smith. I didn't PDF it. I sent him the Excel, the rare document of it, and sent it to him. I said, you ain't got to do nothing. Just put your info in there for Dallas. I gave him that. I don't even know if I had met Glenn in person maybe 2 times before I did that. You help people that's trying to help themselves. But OGs like myself, we love it when y'all ask questions. If you don't ask no questions, then I ain't got no answers for you. Old heads like to feel valuable. If y'all don't get that, some old heads, some of them just don't care. They'll roll off and just down alone. But some people like to feel valuable. I'm one of them. Other people don't give a damn what you think or how you feel or what you say. Sticks and stones, man, ain't gonna break their bones. I'm not one of them guys. Sticks and stones break my bones to the teeth. I care what you say. I care what you do. That's why I always try to make good on grievances. When you at my events, I would go, and some of you people are watching, I've actually walked around and handed people money in the middle of my events because I felt like you might have had a grievance here. What's this? This for you. They look at
Now, I know some people found that offensive.
They found it offensive? What I should just let them in free at the get-go?
No, just said, don't be handing me no money. I don't need your money. Somebody called and told me that.
But they tell them, guess what, Hatter? Give it back.
They did.
Okay, well, I didn't get it back.
They said they did.
Give it back.
They said they didn't allow you to give it to them.
Oh, there you go then. That probably happened. There you go. I'm just saying. I don't remember nobody saying it. No. Probably did.
They said they didn't allow you to give it to them.
But it's the thought that they won't remember that, the thought that count.
Oh, yeah, he remember. It was mad as hell, though. I said, damn. I said, you so aggressive. My daughter be saying that. You be so good. You so aggressive. But no, man, it's this community just be. I've been preparing, Jimmy. I've been preparing. You ain't. When you've been on your sabbatical, I've been preparing. These people we just got to understand. We all we got.
And people. I told you guys when I'm gone, y'all gonna miss the hell out of me. You're gonna miss the hell out of me. gonna miss the hell out of me when I'm gone. I know it because I'm looking around the room, and it's like a lot of these people out here that's doing this stuff. If y'all ass ain't paying them, they don't give two shits about y'all. But guess what though? A lot of these people out here, if they ain't writing or talking about your babies, you don't give two shits about them either. So it's a zero-sum game.
Yeah, and guess what?
Input equals output.
But quick one, because we got to get out of here, because I got to go.
Yeah, I got to get on. I got to get to.
Well, you can do it tomorrow, but I want you to think about it. As a question: the Cinco Ranch tandem or the May Creek tandem? Who's gonna be tough for this season?
Well, we wasting it on district. They're both gonna play each other twice in district play.
No. So, that's what you think. I mean, what's your prognostication?
What do you say tougher? The team from May Creek. If you're just using points per game, the May Creek tandem is gonna far outscore that tandem from Cinco Ranch.
Okay.
Cinco Ranch is gonna probably win more games. Okay. They have more.
So we're talking about the tandem. We ain't talking about the game. Because they didn't ask me nothing about
but then that factors into it though. Because that's why I know they're going to factor into. There's no way you can factor the success of the team, because that way one of the guys may sacrifice one to go and help another guy get a bucket. But Jimmy, I know that team from May Creek is going to average they're going to combine for 52 points a game on the average easy.
Right. Gotcha.
They're going to average that at least.
Okay. Gotcha.
On the low end of perfection.
Okay. I got you.
That's 26 points a piece average. So that's 52 points a game you get from that. You're not Cinco Ranch tandem don't have to score that to win.
Okay. I don't even know who they are, but maybe y'all tell me. Somebody text me and let me know who the kids are.
I think it's a lot of other tandems they could have threw out there in the middle of the street besides throwing the Cinco Ranch tandem out there.
All right, that's what they asked me.
Cinco, I'm just saying. I just think that
it's much bigger fish to fry than them. Okay, I heard you, but you didn't say it.
You're talking about a 12th grader and a 10th grader versus the 11th grader and 12th grader. The 10th grader, let him write.
Oh, that ain't that far off now. That ain't 11th grader now. That ain't that far off. But one grade off. One grade don't get it to me. One grade. If you good, you good enough. One grade don't matter. But let me get out of here, man. I gotta get
man. Here. Thanks. It's definitely time, guys. Slide on down Dino's back and yabba dabba do this thing. I hope you guys enjoyed today's show. Make sure you share on the way out the door. Share the show on your way out the door. You simply on whichever platform you're on, just share it right now. That means people can go back and watch the tape version of today's show. Anyway, I gotta get up out of here. Big game this evening, Howard. Big game in H-Town this evening. Find you a screen. You got Shadow Creek at Second Baptist. The time was incorrectly posted and it's been corrected on the website. It's a 6 o'clock tip-off, not a 7 o'clock tip-off. Shadow Creek and Second Baptist, they're undefeated, 8-0. They feature Reese Austin, the son of
Shadow Creek ain't undefeated, Jimmy.
I say Second Baptist is undefeated.
Oh, I thought you said
Baptist, they're 8-0.
Okay.
They're 8-0 right now. Okay. Shadow Creek is like 5-1 right now.
Okay.
They've only lost one game by one possession.
1 point.
To St. Michael's, who's one of the top state teams in the state. Guess what? This game right tonight, and I wrote about it. You want to know what I said? Go over to rcsports.com. I gave you a preview, and I showed you exactly what you should expect tonight, especially from the guard matchup between Reese Austin and Michael Collins. That's a gap, a 10th grader and a 12th grader. And I explained that in detail in the VIP news. Go over there right now. Check it out. Also with the top 10 games to see around the area. I started my installment of predictions now. It wasn't no fun last week, Adam. I did the predictions with no point totals. It went 9 out of 10. That ain't fun. I got to put point totals on that now. I've seen enough games and saw enough sample size. I can pretty much tell y'all how this thing gonna go on. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace be up out here. Chop shop.
All right, I'm out. Let me hit that button on y'all.
Jim Hicks, Rob Hatter. You are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro. Let's get it. We in the chop shop, we live in the chop shop. We talking sports talk, we live in the chop shop. We in the chop shop, I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up, it's live in the chop shop. We in the chop shop, we live.